Welcome. I'm Elena Zammit, Principal Curator in the Department of Prehistoric Sites at Heritage Malta, and today we're at Ta Ħaġrat, a megalithic site at Mġarr, and here I would like to share some thoughts about an aspect of this site that really intrigues me. It's the monumental doorway to this site, which I find so interesting not only because it provides a monumental entrance to this beautiful site, but also because it is a constant reminder of the importance of the participation of the community in the care and management of these cultural sites. Ta Ħaġrat is one of several megalithic sites that are found across the Maltese islands. These sites start to be built around 3800 BC and continue to be used for quite a long time after that. These sites are very interesting because they are unique, but also because they are thought to have been buildings for the community. And the way they are shaped is indicative as well. If we look behind us, we have the main doorway of Ta Ħaġrat, which is set within a semicircular facade. And this facade in itself, its shape being semicircular, is creating a space outside the structure that, even though we're still outside the structure, it's creating a space where people can gather and group together to follow whatever was going on within the structure. This particular structure is also interesting because we have a set of steps leading to the doorway, which is quite a rare feature. We don't find many examples of this in the megalithic examples across the Maltese islands. But what's nice about it here is that even though this is one of the smaller megalithic sites, these steps give this doorway an aspect of monumentality. Ta Ħaġrat is one of 6 megalithic sites which have been inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. There's also Ġgantija and Gozo, Ħaġar-Qim, Imnajdra, Skorba and Tarshin. And these have been inscribed on this list because they have outstanding universal value and they represent a significant stage in the development of world architecture. Therefore, for Heritage Malta, this presents a challenge but also the privilege to take care of these sites for the benefit of the international community. This site is also important because of its value to the local community. The local community, particularly here the Mġarr community, has been involved in the work at the site since the beginning. The first excavations were done in the 1920s, led by Sir Elena Zammit, and in these first excavations he involved the village chaplain at the time, Father Edgar Salomone, who was a very important figure in the history of this community, and he was helping Zammit leading the excavations here. Zammit also employed members of the community to work during these excavations, and at the time artifacts were stored temporarily in the primary school, which is also close by. And after the excavations were concluded, then they were transferred to the National Museum of Archaeology. In 1937, the Mġarr community was also involved in restoration works at the site. The main doorway of the site had suffered a lot of damage because, just as other archaeological sites in the Maltese islands, these places were then eventually used as agricultural fields. And this particular field here, there were a lot of carob trees growing, which provided a very important crop for the community as fodder for animals. But these carob trees also damaged the main entrance. And in fact, the horizontal elements of the entrance were found toppled over. In 1937, a contractor was found to fill in the gaps in the vertical elements to be able to bring back up the horizontal elements on top of the doorway. And what is interesting about this event, because such events were going on across several sites in the Maltese Islands, but here it was a community event, and elderly individuals from the Mġarr community remember being here as kids, seeing what was going on, and also being given lemonade, and it was a very nice community event for the village. So these reasons brought the community, the Mġarr community, very close to this site, and they hold it very much at heart. So much so that today this main doorway forms an important part of the emblem of the local council of the Mġarr community. Nowadays, the Mġarr community also contribute to the management of this site, and several shops in the community as well as the local council assist Heritage Malta with making the site regularly accessible to the public.